everybody, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Joy Evans.
I'm Camilla Clegorn.
I'm Z Garcia.
And we were just in the middle of a debate about right-clicking and left-clicking.
If you don't right-click right, you done left the room.
Wait, you never answered. How do you do it?
I do it like Tom does it.
You pick up your elbow and go to the far corner
You
of
don't
the
have to pick up your
trackpad.
elbow. You just
Wait.
move the other finger.
So you do like Tom does it, but you did not admit it until now?
No.
You just
I also didn't like go, oh, you're a moron. Or like, oh, yeah, you're
I
right.
did that.
It's like,
How do
I
you do
said
it?
nothing.
Are you the two finger? You don't
No,
use
he
the mouse.
knows
You're right. You
I
I know what it is. I'm going to go back to the little way, the
You
right
go
clicking.
file, right click.
We're talking about a Mac computer here, and that
Horrible.
Camilla says it's one finger to the left click and two fingers
to
right
right
click.
click.
And I changed mine to right click to right click because that's how it's been done by
Since
Jorn. It's going to be
by
done that way.
millennia. Yeah, for
Yeah.
millennia, it's been like that, okay?
What Moses used to do.
Yeah.
That's how Moses
That's how
did
Moses
it.
did it.
That's how my grandpappy did it.
That's,
That's how I'm going to do it, okay?
how my grandkids are going to do it.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Welcome to Crowdsurfing, a show where we take a look at crowdfunded projects on Kickstarter, GameFound, and Backerkit. Speaking of Backerkit, the show is sponsored by Backerkit, and let's take a look at our Backerkit project of the week.
Ooh.
Today we're taking a look at a game called License to Grill. It's summertime, it's time to grill. This is a game that has a lot of polyominoes in it. So you have different foods here. You have your delicious meats and your delicious vegetables. You're going to be able to put them on the grill, raising and lowering the heat. So you can see here's the grill. You're putting the vegetables go on this side, the meat goes on the other side. And then later on, there's a second half where you'll be placing the stuff into the picnic area. So you're getting a bunch of polyominoes here, you get these point tokens, you have your own little sections, and then this big grill. There's even a special version that comes in a tin here for the premium edition of this. So I think this is a really fun theme. I'm a big fan of grilling, and there's all sorts of meats and grill. Check it out. It's on Backerkit right now. All right.
If you're right-clicking like that, you're wrong.
It's not
Yeah,
right
totally
clicking,
wrong.
that's double clicking.
No,
Say
you have a license to
If I click, it's click
go
with the
away.
trackpad.
You can't double
It's
click or
double
right
click,
click.
I use the tap.
We're saying
Lloyd.
this, if any computer things happen, I'm using Camilla's computer because my computer decided to
And it works.
vomit on Chrome.
I'll take
suddenly.
it back anytime now.
Go vomit.
You take what back?
The computer. No, not my words. No, I meant them.
You mean this computer, the computer you personally own?
Yes.
Okay.
I personally own it.
All
Property
right,
of the
cool.
Dice Tower.
Let's take a look at some projects here. We'll start with Classic Rally.
Ooh.
Classic Rally, this is a GameFound project. Then it has 107 backers, and it has a nice picture on it. And then I got down to the rally, and I was like, I don't know how interested I am in this.
This looks like every other rally game or
It does.
racing game, really, that I've seen. There's quite a few.
Yeah, but I
Very
thought
few
rallies
rides.
went down, followed a road. This looks like a inside of an arena.
Kind of does. The looping back on
Looks
its own
like
is a little weird.
RC car track or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nothing about this one really captivated me. I like rally racing as a theme, as a setting, as a thing, right?
As a sport.
As a sport, I guess.
What
yeah,
makes rally racing? Is the whole fact they're off-road or trucks or what?
That's part of it. They're also racing on their own, and you're just being timed against other people.
See, that's why I'm.
Oh.
That's
Yeah,
why
I
I'm
like that.
completely uninterested in it. I want to
Really?
see cars dueling it out. I don't want to be racing against time.
Yeah, I like
Really?
it.
Oh.
I used to have there's an old rally video game I had that I played the snot out of. I played
Really?
a lot. Yeah, I like it. But this one just seems a little, I don't know. There's no spark there that caught my eye anyway.
To me, it seemed a little, I hate to say too passion project. You know, it just had that like prototype passion project. Like
want
he
less
believes,
passion.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I
Don't be
agree
passionate.
with Jeff.
Methodical
That's
board
all.
gaming.
Mechanisms. That's not me. No, but I feel like it's just, I mean, you roll D6s and whatever the numbers are, that means something rather than like custom dice and that kind of stuff. So you can see like he sees the theme, he loves it, he's really bringing it to life, but it just doesn't translate into the game,
Yeah.
you know?
Good art, though.
Yeah,
All
the
right.
artwork's nice.
Stonehenge. What is this makes me think of the board game Stonehenge.
I know when I saw this one,
You were afraid they were bringing it back?
yeah, I was like, what? They're bringing that back?
Stonehenge is a great idea, maybe not done, I don't know, over a decade ago, which was a board game,
game.
and the pieces look a little bit like Stonehenge, and they were like, it's the same pieces. 6 designers took these pieces and designed a game, and Richard Bork designed a racing game with these Stonehenge pieces, which was the best game in the box. I rated it a 5 out of 10. That's not a joke. They were all horrible games.
Oh.
Also, though, you'd be like, this piece is this in this game, and the idea never took off. Also, these dice look like trash.
Yeah, that Holstein cow one is probably my least favorite.
I really don't like the cow
It's
one.
called granite.
Unbelievably
Yeah.
hard to see. Look at that.
Look at that. And they call it granite. That's Holstein cow. That's.
No, that might be chocolate chip ice cream.
Oh, now it
Ooh.
is. Yeah.
They're fully
I do
illegible.
like
I
Oreo
mean,
no.
ice cream.
there's
There's
no
nothing.
way.
No.
Do you-
That-
okay,
Even looking at the TV
look
up
at
there, I
that.
can see that there are numbers on it,
I
actually.
can barely
But I
read the
can't
text in
tell.
the bottom
Let's
right
pretend
corner.
that you could read the numbers. Would you like rolling basically a pillar?
Yes.
I mean,
Really? You'd rather have that than a die?
it kind of gives it like a rune feel. And so I do like a Nagaraja, for example, where you're casting the runes or throwing those. And so I do like that, and I like how I think that shape is a little more legible than if it was just round. So like the ones that are closer, like the D4s or the D6s, like that one right there with the triangle. This is the D3. Oh, okay, that's more legible than a lot of those, and it would feel good to roll that.
That's more legible.
But then you get to all of the others, and it's like, is that a 6 or a 3 or an 8 or a, you can't tell, and I don't like that at
Yeah,
all.
What
the
about
problem
the
here
four-sided?
is-
Does that even roll?
You kind of just like chuck it, right? I mean,
Chuck it.
Hey,
the
dude.
problem is here,
know,
these dice, which are like little pillars and with a varying amount of faces, they're wasting the one thing that this is bringing to the table, which is you have a lot of room on these dice. If you just turn them this way, there's a lot of room there. But no, we're going to keep them in this orientation and have the tiny little numbers centered on there. Then why are they this tall? Who cares then?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You need to turn these sideways and use that space. Do something cool with it. Put a design on there, whatever.
I've always wanted an extra pair of dice for my Terraforming Mars game.
I know. Look how hard those are to read.
Oh, so
wild.
There's no
bad.
dice in Terraforming Mars.
No, well, okay, I know.
But it is nature.
Because
Maps.
there is now.
You're not playing it right.
Can
Oh, I'm
be.
sorry. They're all with Terraforming Mars? Oh, no. This is with Clank. A game that also has no dice.
The only half decent looking ones are those blue ones.
The blue one's the first one.
The main one, whatever, those
Opal.
cow ones are awful.
The opal ones.
Yeah, those are the half decent ones.
I don't like them. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Border ridings. Have you ever wanted to unfold a map
Always.
and play a game?
Do I have to refold it afterward?
I thought
that's the hardest part.
trick.
I'm out.
I thought you'd like these pictures of the terrain and stuff.
I do. Topographical maps. I do.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Topography. It'll get you every time, Tom.
This does not really give a lot of info about the game, though.
It doesn't. It seems like you have this main map, but then you're actually drawing your own map, which then somehow translates back into it. It was very like create an RPG, which is not something that I can speak very much about. Like I didn't follow it enough, but it was definitely like I can't tell if it's confusing or if I'm just really ignorant in this whole genre.
One part that kind of lost me at the one point, they're like, and then if you take it after you've played many times and you hold it up to the light, you'll be able to see old borders of previous towns now gone with time. And I'm
I
like,
missed that.
so you're telling me I'll be erasing and redrawing a bunch of crap on the same sheet of paper? No, thank you. I don't want to see the old borders.
You would see part of an old border, but then the border would still be there because Z gave up after.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm good, man.
Oh, that's great. I can just see my old mistakes. Oh, wow.
Oh,
It's like a math test.
I love it when they
These
come back
numbers
and
are
haunt me.
from ancient times. All right.
Way to embrace that.
Casual Game Insider. So I brought a show and tell here.
Oh,
Look at you go.
Yeah.
That's a pretty new one.
what?
It's because
It's in the picture.
Wait, has that been in the
Oh,
bathroom?
it's the same one. Okay.
Where'd that come from?
From his back pocket, I'm guessing.
I am a subscriber.
Okay.
Magic.
Let's make sure we hadn't been like sitting in the bathroom for a
So
couple months.
anyway, so this
No,
one
those are
is,
graphic novels.
it's got some games. It's got some very nice imagery.
Can I touch the paper?
Yeah, it's good.
Good paper.
That's decent paper.
Casual
I like
Game
it.
Insider's supposedly casual games, although as years have gone by, it's definitely gone into the middleweight games for sure. Some of the games they talk about. I know, I'm a little annoyed. Josh Capel, man of many hats, really?
He wears a lot of hats.
I showed this to Joey. There's not a single picture of Josh Capel here wearing a hat.
Yeah.
I think they meant it more in a graphical sense.
There's a picture of a bunch of hats.
Yeah.
But there's here's the thing. I like this magazine, especially if you like to look at pictures of the games. It's great. However, you do need to go in realizing that half of the magazine is ads and or sponsored content.
Yes.
There's a lot of articles that are sponsored content, which, by the way, I really dislike. I wish magazines wouldn't do that at all. You're reading through something and you're like, wait a minute, is this an article? And it's sponsored content.
Yeah.
I'm not as interested in that.
I think it's also hard, something like this where it's crowdfunding. And so it's like, I get it, that's how magazines get their funding most of the time. And I'm sure, obviously, a significant part comes from that in here as well. But I wish, like, if it was crowdfunding, that it's crowdfunding to a point that it doesn't need that.
Right.
I think that would be a
magazines are
happy.
expensive to do. I'm impressed that this one has lasted a decade now.
But I mean,
so.
I would be okay. And I love paper, but I would be okay with going with the digital version if it didn't have sponsored content.
If
Like,
you
I would
click
go
on videos
digital.
too in digital, some of the magazines have like special content you click and all.
I do
Yeah.
like a physical copy.
I do
I
too.
do, but if it means Final Girl.
Sponsored I mean, like ads and that sort of thing are everywhere, though.
Right.
It still blows my mind that
Yeah.
you go to a movie theater in this day and age, you buy your ticket for $16 sometimes, right? And you need to sit there and watch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tuesdays.
well, you guys go
Tuesdays.
to garbage theater
Ugh, I hate
on the
Tuesdays.
most garbage day of the week right after
It's
Monday.
It's worth it.
Terrible.
Tuesday.
We see the same movie you do, sort of. Sometimes it's cut off at the end.
Yeah, but like they're not running it.
What are we talking about now?
The fact is, you need to sit there and watch ads at the beginning of a movie at a movie
that's
theater.
true.
It's kind of
Well,
mind-blowing.
I don't care. I'm not opposed to ads. I think ads are fine. Ads are good. It's not. We have ads on our channel. I just was saying there's a lot of them. That being said, I do like a lot of the content there. There's a print and play game in each one.
Yeah, that got
What?
me.
Wait, print and play? How do you?
Oh,
mean
now it's
just
just
playing?
cut
I don't
and
understand.
Cut and play. Sorry, not
play.
print
Print
and
and
play.
play.
Print.
It says print and play here.
It does.
They're printing it. You're
We're
playing
playing it. So they didn't have to work for you.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, this is
Where is it? I'm not
It's
finding
only
it.
like $5 a magazine, or like $20 for a quarterly or something. It's not bad.
It's no. The magazine is quarterly.
Right.
I
so
can't
it's like
find
you
it.
get it'll be
Oh,
$5.
$20 for a
There it
year
is.
for
Yeah.
4 magazines.
That's
Yeah, I
not
agree.
bad.
That is good.
I mean, that's
I agree.
and that's shipping included.
Free game.
So
35.
yeah, it's not. Are you gonna look at the
I
game now?
recommend backing this. I like this
I do
magazine.
too. I liked it. First time I saw it was like last week. I liked it a lot.
It's space. Ooh, pickaxe.
The Final Frontier.
A space pickaxe.
Pickaxe in space?
Yeah, right?
I'm out.
Ovation, a classical music game. Now, this
I
is a
missed this
theme
one.
I like a lot, actually. I'm not sure I like the combo of the art with the theme here.
Yeah.
It's a little, silly.
The art is really cartoony on this, yeah.
And classical
the
music
game-
isn't really silly.
And also, the game is not light. It doesn't seem silly and goofy. It actually seems like a really solid, mechanically solid game.
I thought so too. Like engine builder, and it looks very straightforward too.
Look at this. There's a lot going on. When I saw the artwork, I thought, oh, I bet we're going to have to be singing or some garbage.
Oh, I was hoping.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, it looks like a legit, well-made game.
And the way you keep track of the resources by moving up the keys, it's pretty clever.
My only complaint, I think the art on the cards themselves is fine. It was only the box cover. I think the game looks fantastic. I'm really pumped about this.
Me too.
There needs to be more music games. Some of these are weird though. Like Lord Godfrey there looks like he's sneaking into the party or something.
Is this one that's is it trying to be educational, like teaching some sort of music theory
I
or
don't
something? Again,
think
I missed this
so.
project. I don't know how I overlooked
I don't
it.
think so.
So it's my first
Music,
time
no
seeing it.
tokens. Also, if you look, a lot of people who are, there's been a lot of comments there from people who like heavy games, and they're saying good things about it. This is the first game from this publisher, I think, this Looking Glass Workshop
There's a print and play. I'm just saying.
from New Zealand. You're
Just saying.
okay. You can't even print and play a postcard game.
This is true. That's true. I will play it from a magazine though. All day.
You will not even cut that one out.
No, I won't.
All right. You're a print and dream.
Yeah.
Print and dream. I like
I'm
that.
back and not play.
I like that.
Anyhow, I think this one looks good. Also,
do
the
too.
40, 60-minute time thing has me interested. It's not a long
Oh,
game
for a
either.
heavier game being shorter like that, that's nice.
And I like engine builders too. This
I do.
seems like a different
I
one.
do.
Seems good.
Yeah, I like this one a lot.
All right, Nestlings. Another game that looks fantastic. This game is from Tangerine Games. Was this announced? Like, we talked about this on the news or something.
I feel like, no, I've seen ads everywhere for this over and over and over again. I feel like I'm just being bombarded with ads
Really?
for it.
Is it
Yeah.
on Facebook
Like
or
at the movie theater?
Yeah, definitely at the movie theater.
$5 one or?
I had to pay extra to see it.
When Kickstarters come up to the movie theater, you know
would be
it's there.
great.
Boom, Seabod, back up.
Wow. Yeah. That would be pretty mind-blowing. I like the look of this one. Just like the last one, I think it's a very sharp-looking game, also from a first-timer company. Yeah, it's I don't know, there's a lot going on, but I love it when a game on Kickstarter has that sort of quality look. Like, they took the time to make this page look good, to make their components pop. It might not be a game that you ultimately enjoy, or I enjoy, but it looks
That looks
lovingly
really nice.
produced, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the things filling in around it. I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
I am
Looks
too.
great.
What it's that right there looks good, and it's like dice placement. I think.
What's a wild worm?
Well, it's a sort of set collection too, right? As you
Yeah.
vary the resources, you get power-ups and stuff like that.
So good, just to put them around the little clock thing.
Oh, the biome segments? Yes.
Yeah.
The only thing that
I'm
looks a
crazy
little
about
out of place
those.
are the bird
That
miniatures.
green one,
I
yeah,
feel.
that
I like those. I think
they're
they
way
look
too
good.
shiny. I think
green
they look
one?
super
Yeah, the
fake
shininess.
plastic. Yeah. No,
That's just, I guess, the
I
rendering.
think it's
they
the
made
rendering
it shiny, right?
to show that it's, I think, plastic instead of wood or something.
Yeah.
You know, I think they.
those dice. I don't like square dice. I like more round, pillar shaped
Those
dice.
seem pretty rounded. What do you mean? Oh,
He
got
wrote
it.
the joke down.
Callback.
Sorry, it's right there.
It's
I
a
can read it over
callback.
his
Oh
shoulder.
no, I should write that down. I'll write that
Awful.
down next time.
I should
Stone.
I don't know.
say-
It's very. I like it. That part I really look forward to.
I know.
Wow,
That's the
it's
part I want to play the
a
most.
lot
for no
smaller
reason.
right there than it looked earlier.
I agree. That seems
Yeah.
a little fiddly.
I
That's
thought
very
it
cool.
looked bigger up there.
I'm hoping that the board is also going to be.
That's
What is
Probably
this?
not. It doesn't look like it's
Double
Dual
layer.
layer.
where.
For me, it's triple layered or nothing at this point.
no, yeah.
Makes sense. Anyway, it's doing very
good.
well. I mean, it's not a ton of money per se, but 1,200 backers. That's a good time. It's a good time.
Yeah.
It's a good time to be to make a game about birds.
Also, 30 to 60 minutes.
Birds are
I
still
like
hot.
this. Shorter games are coming back, baby.
Yeah.
I like shorter games.
But here's a game that takes an entire year to play. Yeah. So I'm a little ashamed about this. I have a Joey story.
Ooh.
I love these.
No, it's not about you. It's just being like you. Like I have one of these. I bought it, and I still
Really?
haven't done it yet. I meant to do it with the kids, and then I was like, oh, well, we missed it. It came in like February, and I was like, well, we missed that.
You can do it next year, aren't you?
I guess
But
we can
next
just
year,
start
is
at
it-
any. You
is
can
it-
start at any day.
Isn't next year a leap year though?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm saying
I'm
it's
pretty
not
sure
going to work
On
then.
February 29th, I would be like, okay, guys, we
no,
can take a day off.
You can't.
Oh, it'll be like
Today
anything
we
That's not
else.
how it
rest
works.
from our quest.
That's not how it works.
cares?
No.
You have to do 10 in a day.
I care.
This
It
one,
seems like so much work.
I don't know.
Joy was being tempted to back, and I'm
I
like,
really was. I'm like,
I like the idea. It's cute, but it seems like a lot of work.
Well, why don't you look at the one at my house?
Yeah.
that would
I
be
haven't
easy.
opened it yet.
Okay,
Why
I will
don't you
do
bring
that
it here
then.
to office and we'll do it in the office through the year?
I already brought one show and tell. Oh, you mean actual play?
What?
Oh,
Yes.
fine.
I don't want to see it. I want to play it.
You'll cut this
I want a
out?
quest. No, you can cut it yourself.
Fine.
Don't let me do your
It's
work.
my magazine. I didn't give you guys permission to cut it.
You challenged him, so I bet you won't even cut it.
Do you think this would be
No,
fun?
I said you won't
I
cut
think
it.
I
Joey.
definitely would
yeah,
enjoy
I gotta
seeing.
go.
Like I'm intrigued by
cry.
something like this. I remember us talking about it last year though, and same kind of thing. Like I think it's
Yeah,
really interesting
yeah.
because less than 10 minutes, a little start the day,
Yeah, like
first thing you sit down
3
and
to
do.
5 minutes or something. Yeah.
Something like that. I think it's interesting.
It seems cute. I, again, don't know how long I do it, but... Or how
But again,
great...
I mean, can you catch up though? I mean, again, if we were doing it and then we're going to Gen Con, okay, well, we'll do 2 a day or something like
Yeah.
that to catch
But I don't
back
know
up.
that you need to do it on the specific day. Couldn't you just do it till you're done?
Yeah, I mean, if it takes 2 years, it takes 2 years then.
What's his theme?
This
Like,
seems too fiddly. Like all that stuff. There's bits. I need a calendar that sits there. I rip the page off, and then I might do something on that sheet, and then I'm done. I toss it. This seems to that carryover. That's work. That's
Yeah,
stuff
what
You're
if
an
you
old
don't-
man yelling at the cloud.
Well, if you like
No,
die,
look,
it's great.
listen. Get off my lawn.
You're afraid you're going to die in March. Aren't you?
I'm always afraid of that dying mark.
What a waste of money.
I think this is a cool idea, and obviously it's very popular because this is at least the third time they've done it.
Wow.
All right.
66 hours to go. Got back in now.
DVG Field Commander Lee, which I think is not. That's a weird way to do that. It's Field Commander, and then it's Robert E. Lee is the name of the game. But the title, anyway. We're just showing this to you. Look, interesting.
Those are
$90.
nice.
Games.
Would you call that a topographical map?
Yeah, it shows elevate. I mean, it's not the standard topographical where it has the rings and stuff, but it is showing some different elevations.
You should back it now.
Here it tells you what's new in this particular
$90.
Field Commander game. And there's a picture of Stonewall Jackson, who really is glaring in that picture.
Yeah.
He looks like Rasputin.
He's about to go get in a fight with some sportscasters.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Alrighty.
Those tokens,
That
though.
right there, man. No gradient. Let's just go straight.
Boom.
Line down the middle.
No, that's been a war game thing for a long time,
I
so you
know.
can easily see them.
I wish I liked war games like this more, because it's very historical stuff. And this is solo, right? Only?
I didn't know you liked history,
I like history.
like history game stuff. Interesting. By that I
God.
mean boring.
That's the exact
Yeah,
opposite
solitaire
of
strategy
interesting.
game. Okay, moving on. The story engine.
Yes.
So we talked about this real briefly last week, but I'm very interested in this. I think it's a really cool idea.
Yeah.
I've got the first one of this, the first story.
Oh, you
engine.
do?
I
Have you
do. I
opened
backed
it?
it. And actually, I bought one of the smaller ones, ended up upping to get the big case that you open up. It's a very interesting thing where you get the engine, you get the actors, and you just create the whole story in it.
Can you bring it in? I'll trade you that sheet of uncut game.
I will do it. We'll use them both equally, because I have not even touched
No,
it.
we're getting our RPG ready to go. This sounds like an interesting
Oh, yeah, I'll
tool.
bring it in. And that's why it is fun. It's like, you mean you end up cheating because they don't match up a lot, but it's interesting. It reminds me of the story dive, but a lot
There
more
is no
complicated.
cheating in an RPG,
Well, I mean, as far as creating this.
but you can maneuver things. That's the whole point of it. You're not stuck to randomness.
Oh, well, maybe I was
It's
just trying to do
creativity.
too random. I was just trying to go straight random.
Oh my gosh.
But this is nice.
I think it's a really cool idea. Also, that Lore Master Journal. I don't know what it is.
I don't
I've
know
gone
what that
to,
is.
whenever I go to like conventions and they have like really nice RPG journals, I want to
know.
buy them
Yeah.
for no reason. I want to
That
buy.
always makes me feel like, oh, I wish I was into RPGs.
Yeah.
With all the cool stuff they make for RPGs,
They
I
really
wish
do.
I was into
Yeah.
RPGs.
I agree.
You know?
Yep.
That journal just. I just want to write that journal. I don't even know what is in it.
It's nice. It looks
It's where you
great.
track all your stats for the daily calendar or the daily quest we just saw.
Talking about it.
See?
Talking about it.
All right, high flow
There you go.
airbrush
I'm
paints.
not-
No thinning, clogs, or drying out. So that you can open these paints and pour them on a table. It will not dry. It won't dry on your miniature. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. You need to talk about this.
This-
What
oh
is
my
this?
goodness. So when you do airbrush, I mean, if you use like typical
Slow down.
acrylic,
Whoa, 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 whoa.
No,
You can
no, no.
airbrush now?
you
What is
Yes.
the world
For-
coming to?
It's crazy.
Go ahead.
you have to use like flow improver and thin them down that stuff so that it doesn't one clog and so that it comes out in a consistent stream. And so this is already. It says
out.
it already has that formula in it, so it's just straight into the airbrush. I'm a little confused because other ones have this as well. But I know, Joey, you do more airbrushing than I do. I hate cleaning
Yeah.
airbrushes, so I don't use one.
That's why Alex stopped it. She started
Like-
adding like flow aid to a normal
Right.
one to get
Yes.
it to go. This has already got that. And she said probably the same thing you did. Is like, this is probably more for beginners that don't know how to mix their own or whatever.
Or is it?
But
But I mean, again, they
kinda
make
the same.
airbrush specific paints. Like I know,
Back
like
this for us.
Vallejo has a whole line of it already.
Right.
So like, is this really that innovative? I haven't used those. Have you or her used
No.
a specific? No.
Did you use Valle-
We're having an adult
I have a
conversation.
question after Z.
No. Have you used airbrush specific paints? Do you still have
Yeah,
to
the
thin 'em?
Vallejos are nice. She likes those.
Does she,
yeah.
and she still thins them.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I wonder, like, if these really don't, it
We
is
let
something
people
new and
place their
innovative
own
then.
paint. People
But-
love that these days.
That's.
Yeah, I paint a little bit.
We have painting
He's
class.
painted quite a few things now.
You don't paint?
Um,
Still have a question.
Oh yes, what's your question?
Does it come with
the
the
back.
spoons?
Okay, his question's done. I have a real question. How does this multicolor thing work? Like, if you have a painting,
Turbo dork.
won't these mix
Yeah,
together? How do they not mix
Wait,
the
No,
colors?
it's
What do
just
you mean?
it's kind of like
It's a color shift.
It's kind of like lenticular-ish kind of vibe, you know.
Topographical.
You mean it's like
Color shift, like a car. You see a car driving down the street, and you look at it, it looks purple. Then it drives by, and it looks expensive.
Okay, you know that big, hey Roy, that Sentinel that you painted,
slammed
that has
the color
color shift
purple.
on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that big Sentinel that he did? It's like black to purple kind of sheen.
I don't see how green goes to pink though.
Because that's how it's designed. It does. I'll bring it in. I'll bring it in and show you. I'll bring it in. I'll let you paint something so you can be a
bringing
painter.
something in. He's bringing something in.
What are you bringing in,
I'll bring something.
Cookies.
We'll get to something, and I'll say I'll bring this in.
All right.
All right.
Hamlet by the Lake. So the first Hamlet that came out, which was last year, I think we
was
may have
last
played
year?
it in our summer spectacular last year, maybe?
I have never played it, so maybe.
Someone played
but I
Hamlet.
wasn't-
Who played Hamlet? Was it Chris? That might have been
Shakespeare.
Chris.
I think it's Chris.
I wasn't quick
Has
enough.
like weird
say it
shaped
again.
tiles. This is Hamlet by the Lake, which I gotta say I like that name a lot. I
Gosh,
like
that's
the
a
name.
Hamlet
much
by the
prettier
Lake.
cover too. I like the
Really?
colors. I like the color
I think they
scheme
both
on
look
it.
good. Anyway, it's obviously very popular.
Yeah.
230,000. You know, it might have been Mike. It might have been Mike who played it.
Who?
That makes sense.
Streed. Mike Streed.
Street?
No, I'm pretty sure Chris took it home, if I'm not mistaken. I remember I had to build this.
The what?
Stupid Hamlet?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. No, the little church thing
goodness.
out of the cardboard.
Wait, I thought this had the church thing.
That thing
That?
right there.
Wait,
now it's wooden?
back up.
Now it's wooden.
Back up. No, a little down, a little bit more. No, too
Little
much. Go back up, a little bit. Donkeebles. It has donkeebles, Tom. Oh. How much to back it now? I need it. It's a Kickstarter exclusive.
It is Kickstarter exclusive.
Keep the game. We just want the meeples.
I just want the donkeebles. Oh.
It's actually pretty inexpensive to get for 80 euros to get both games. That's pretty good.
Oh, that is,
As much
yeah.
as the donkeebles, how much is that pledge? Oh, those are cute.
It's a Kickstarter exclusive. They
can't-
come with a game.
Oh, that's cute. I've never played this game. In fact, I've never had any interest in this game.
But-
Suddenly, I'm interested.
What? Why?
Okay, you know what that reminds me of? Is that one exploration game with the river, the gold mining.
I was just going to say the same
Sorry,
thing.
buddy.
Yeah.
I haven't set the name though. Go ahead.
Bonobo Beach is the beach version of it. I can never remember the name of the
Yeah.
other one.
It's
Bonobo
the
Beach.
same game twice, yeah, with two different themes. Anyway, that game, it kind of looks like that game. It's actually not
No,
the
it's
one
not
I was
Bonobo Beach.
thinking
It's
of.
the same company, but
It is
yes.
the same game, right?
no, Bonobo Beach and a castle game were the same one. And then he made another game in that same line that Pandasaurus then picked up later on. You know the game I'm talking about?
Ink and gold.
It's in the Dice Tower library too. Anyhow,
Oh, there's it down.
The one I was thinking of was actually the one where you're going down to the river and panning for gold.
Yeah,
You
that's
can
what I'm
get a
talking about.
horse. That game?
yeah, Pandasaurus made that one.
Really?
And
Okay.
it has Rombi in it.
Rum by. Does it have donkeebles?
It does not.
Don't
It's the worst game then.
All right.
Bizarre.
Moving on to Battles of Napoleon Volume 1. This game is being produced right now sheerly to take
Because the movie?
because of the movie. They're trying to catch that movie hype.
What movie?
There's a new Napoleon movie
Napoleon.
coming out with what's his name?
Yeah, the guy from
the
the guy
Joker.
from Signs. Oh, he was Joker
Oh,
too.
Joaquin.
Joaquin
Phoenix.
Phoenix
There it
is
is.
doing a Napoleon movie?
Looks good.
It does look good.
He's a good creepy guy.
Napoleon wasn't creepy.
Well,
no,
watch his movie
Phoenix.
trailer.
Yeah, he looks
Okay,
creepy.
that's
this one.
fair. I'm going to go ahead and be ignorant. What's that word mean that we're all avoiding?
Battle?
No. Ailau. It's just a bunch of
It's
vowels
a
in a row.
place in France.
Oh, Eylau.
Ailau.
Do you
I'm
really
just picking
know?
it up.
Oh.
You
That
sounded
was well done.
That was
confident.
very confident. I was like,
good.
wow.
That's how you do it.
Oof.
That's how he does it.
Oh.
All right, Sword and Sorcery, Abyssal Legends. Me and Camille were talking about this is one of my biggest, not one of my biggest, this is my biggest hole in dungeon playing. I've not played Sword and
I
Sorcery.
want to
Really? You
play
haven't?
this.
This, though, comes with Cthulhu, although you shouldn't be able to fight him. He should just kill you, right?
No, and sometimes he's still waking up from his slumber. And he's vulnerable.
You fought him, and Death May Die.
Oh, I smacked him around.
Did you?
Is that what happened?
As far as I remember, you died.
That's what my diseased brain believes happened.
Mike sacrificed himself, right?
So me and Camille were looking at this. This game is in the top 500 ranked at Board Game Geek, which is pretty high
Yeah, it was like
for any
419
game.
or something like that. Yeah.
Now, wait, is
I
this
want to
an
play.
expansion or a standalone?
I told you 3 times.
There's no way.
What answer did I give you every time you asked
It can't have a $300
I
expansion.
feel like mom and dad are fighting and we're stuck at the dinner table.
She didn't tell me it
I
several
did
times.
tell you, and
but
what
I
was
just
my
stopped asking
answer?
her because I don't like. This is,
You know what? I like this model here of the star vampire. That's kind of a cool little
Oh,
model.
I like that so much.
Isn't that neat?
Yes,
That looks different than a lot of stuff.
It does. It looks like a
really
token,
cool.
almost more than a miniature, you know?
yeah.
They're cool.
Yeah.
Come hither.
You can almost buy this stuff and use some of these miniatures in like one of the Fantasy Flight's Arkham Horror games.
Or use that as like insanity tokens or something, you know, in
Mm-hmm.
Death May Die, you have the insanity tracker or something like that. Like, yeah.
I gotta say, I do want to play this game. I don't care about this particular theme because I'm not a big Cthulhu guy.
See, I'm opposite. This right here made me care about the game.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, the first was just straight dungeon like fantasy,
I mean, it's just very
right?
And fantasy, I'm
Okay.
not super hot. I'm fine with it, but like add some of these nasties that I like and the tentacly creatures. I'm so interested in it.
All right.
Too.
That sounds interesting because it's so highly rated. That's all. That's where
Right.
I'm like, oh, really? Okay.
I know I like dungeon crawlers. I know I like boss battlers. I know I like high thematic games. I know I like a lot of that stuff, and that just really drew me in.
All right, Mordred. Taking note as we talk about this one that we did a paid playthrough for it last week. When me and Z did. You guys didn't.
Nope.
So you don't.
You guys get to sit on the outside of a conversation now, okay? Anyway, Tom, how you feeling today? You okay?
I enjoyed the playthrough of this. I would need to play through it again to see where it lands. It's definitely in the Blood Rage quadrant.
Yes, it's like those in many ways, yeah.
I'm kind of surprised it wasn't billed that way a little bit.
I agree. It also had a very quick, a quick turnaround from them announcing the thing to then being here on Kickstarter. It was about a week. There was not a lot of build-up, which I think is why it's doing okay, but it's not sort of blowing the doors off of Kickstarter. But no, I agree. It's in that family of games. It fits with the other ones. It's got some really clever mechanisms in it. That time, the passage of time and doing whatever you want, but the more of it you do, the farther ahead you are and the more you have to wait for the other players to catch up. Puts you at a disadvantage in some ways because you can't react.
But
Really interesting.
You can shoot to one of these actions.
Yeah, and then when you're the last one and you move off of it, you get an ability. Yeah, very interesting.
It's really cool, and the battles are there's some luck in the game, I guess, on the cards you draw from your deck a little bit, but that's basically it. Everything else is out there. The miniatures look cool. I really like this theme. Z likes this bear.
The bear is probably one of the best things. The time wheel and then the bear.
That bear is, there's a little girl, you can't see it in this picture, there's a little girl there that the bear's holding. She's controlling the bear with a little bear voodoo doll.
Oh, that's
like it.
awesome.
That's cool.
See?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Also,
Kinda.
I hate those bears so much. They were wreaking havoc on
No,
me.
they were sweet.
Aw.
They were being very kind.
Until
Wait,
the dancing bear.
is it
then we were
co-op?
better. It is. No.
So it is like Blood Rage. Ooh, I like that.
So there's a couple things. That time trap we mentioned, and this is the big thing, this world, because you play in Britannia, but halfway through the game, the Lost Lands board opens up, and you basically move there, because that's where all the points start showing up. There's still a little bit of fighting in
okay.
Britannia in the second half, but not much. So there's kind of like a transitional phase.
Well, you had me at
like
Britannia.
that a
That's
lot.
like very Ultima Online. I like that. Back in.
All right, I remember how you acted in that. These knights are really cool. There's lots of cool monsters, although you only use a couple per game. Z's
look at that toad.
favorite is the black horn here. Oh no, look at that spider. That spider's creepy.
Oh,
Look at it.
wow.
That's cool.
The spider's pretty sweet
Ooh.
looking, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
There's some interesting...
Sculpts?
Yeah, just kind of an interesting look and feel to this game. It's supposed to be, again, a little bit of that Knights of the Round Table, Merlin, Mordred, Morgana, all that jazz, right? But it's just slightly off of center to that stuff. It's like a weird, twisted version of that in a way, from what I've
Tainted
seen
Grail
of it
style
anyway.
thing? Yeah.
Yeah. So, again, I think it fits well with things like Ankh and things like Rising Sun that took a setting, really a place, and twisted it a little bit. This one does that too.
So this is interesting. A different So the forces of nature brings 3 more factions in, and the factions are fairly asymmetrical here.
Yeah.
Well, I should say fairly. They are asymmetrical, but they're not. They all have the same units.
There's only 3 kinds of units, right? And one always stays on the board, a single leader.
Right, but your decks of cards are different.
Decks of cards.
Some of the cards are.
Yeah.
War bands. What is this? More heroes, blight, chaos cards.
Yeah, the blight thing we did not play with. It's a new thing.
And they don't have a lot here. So this is the one thing. This is as close to almost a retail release as they get because there's one pledge.
Simon.
Yeah.
Wow.
Buy Mordred. No, they have the optional buys, but that's it. And it's not tons and tons of content. So, again, this is a success. It's made 300,000.
Yeah.
Right.
People are looking for the millions that they normally make. I don't know what the difference is, but 3,000 backers, nothing to scoff at. And I did enjoy the game. And I think once the game hits where a lot of people are playing it, it will get better word of mouth.
That's what I was wondering too. If it was one of those that the second printing might do better. The sculpts seem really detailed, honestly. Like, yeah.
See why sculpts get better every time.
They do. Those are really nice.
They
Those
are good.
monsters were great.
All right, Caesar playing
I
cards.
do like these cards.
Is this from Caesar's Palace?
That confused me too. I don't think it's related at all. I thought the same thing.
I think it's just like the theme happens to be Julius Caesar.
Yeah,
They
Right,
went
I
with
thought
that.
joke I
so.
was making. But
Well,
they
no, I
kinda
thought the
what,
same thing.
Actually, that's the one thing I
Because I was
thought.
like,
The one thing that held it back for me is they look like hotel cards.
I thought the same thing. Until you
Yeah.
saw the
I don't know what hotel
the
card.
picture
what do you
cards
mean?
are really good when it gets down to those. The artwork on those is really nice
You're
too.
like saying if you were in the lobby of a hotel, this is what would be sold at the gift shop?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it looks like
Oh,
it's
interesting.
celebrating. Not that they look bad. I'm just saying that this artwork here,
That's nice right there.
it's. I thought it was pretty busy. All the stuff in behind them is a little busy for me.
See, I
Jerry's
loved it.
Nuggets.
That's light. I like it. What are you
that's what
talking
like sold
about?
me
I like
on. I was like,
those.
ooh, there's a little bit going on in the background, but it
Yeah.
is light enough that
Oh,
it separates.
Those ace of spades are nice. Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
It's fine. I just, again, I couldn't shake that whole. These look like they were made by a nice card company at the request of a hotel. The hotel said, we're going to give you $50,000 to produce for us a quality, high-end deck of cards themed on us. And a lot of, actually, this gets done all the time. Theory 11 has decks about literally hotels in New York.
Right.
This just happens to have that feel of like a hotel in Vegas had these made. I don't know. I think there's things I like about it, but I wasn't like, ooh, I might back these. I thought, oh, they look cool. Yeah.
All right. MIXRACK, modular paint storage and hobby workstation. You be quiet. I will also be quiet. Go ahead, talk about
What
it.
do you think, Joey?
These are
Willie
nice.
Clog.
But the way they slide out and over for space saving, they're really nice.
I do. I like that it doesn't just come out, but it comes out and then swings open. You know, so if you have your reds all together and you know you're going to be working in that color, and you can pull it out and you'll pick out your triad and that stuff. So I like that it actually swings out and lays flat.
Dang it.
Three something. Oh, they're also a villainous organization in Japan.
You were supposed to be quiet.
They-
So yeah, I really like that a lot. I was mostly interested in the calyx, the one that fits in the calyx cube, because that's what I store my games in. And I was like, oh, if I could use a cube
yeah.
right next to right next to my paint station, it's kind of multi-purpose. I really thought that was neat.
How much paint do you have if you're paying $500?
That's insane an amount right there. And each of those you pull out and slide over. That's a lot of paint.
Well, how do you find it, man? I'm sorry. You're really looking at,
That's what I wanted
like, if
to
you see
and-
just the first bottle in that giant
You
desk,
rainbow it.
you rainbow it?
White to black, and then everything in between.
That's a great way to do that. White to black, and then everything in between.
Everything.
It's gray.
Gray. Yeah.
I paint old-timey movie style.
Only paint in black and white. I love that. I think it looks cool too. It's
It's
a neat-
expensive,
It
though.
is very expensive.
Yeah.
It doesn't look that great,
didn't
though.
think it was-
looks functional. I don't think it looks
I don't understand
good.
the TV they have in there too. Like,
I
don't
didn't think that
know.
was funny. I didn't think it was that expensive for as many paints as it holds. If you look at paint racks and that kind of stuff, I think this is pretty comparable, especially like the wall rack and the calyx cube one. They're pretty comparable. It was like, what, 46 for the calyx one? I'm sorry, I cut you off.
Does the calyx one go back up a little bit there, Tom? To the one that's Where is that? It's the calyx. It's 4. Okay, so it's 4 things, boom, 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 that go in one square, right?
Yes.
How many paints
Do
did that hold?
Do they mount to something?
I think that there's
It's
like
got
the
to be.
framework, right? It comes with the framework, I assume. It'd have to in order for it to come out.
Guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
Each of those holds, like at the top, you see it. Each little row has like 6 or 7 on there, maybe more.
It's not.
Oh,
There
it
is
is.
not a frame for this configuration. Everything you need to put in the calyx will be included with the racks. The calyx
Okay.
acts as the frame.
So do you
That doesn't make any sense
Are
in
you
my
making
head.
holes in the
screw
calyx?
it into the calyx, then I guess screw like the back in, and then interesting.
Oof, so you're wrecking your calyx.
By putting a little hole in it, I think it'll be okay.
Oh, I see. Yeah, look, Z, you can do it right here at the top and the bottom.
And then it slides.
I don't know how it slides out though. Man, I'd want to see these in person. I would not buy these
I
based
think
on a
that's the
Kickstarter.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is definitely a booth I would go by at Gen Con, at Essen, something like that, and check out and put in an order for, kind of thing.
Looks cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's really neat.
take up less space on there because I know she uses those little acrylic nail polish holders everywhere.
That's what I use. I have the acrylic nail
lot
polish
cheaper.
holders, but like it's only so deep to get the paints up off the desk and really
yeah.
have more space on the table would be huge. I mean,
Right.
it takes those things take up half of my painting space.
Right,
You know,
that's-
so just to clean up that desk. And again, I like
Yeah.
the nail polish holders. They work great. They're very functional.
Brian says the deluxe thing of, sorry, I'm going back in time. Tangerine Games, which was the Nestlings, the deluxe will have dual layered boards.
You're still out though. You said triple.
Yeah.
Yes, well, you will
That's cool,
lose
nice.
Z's prolific Kickstarter backing.
Can't do it.
It's this double-sided tape for the calyx.
All right, that's it for games. Roy, we got any videos, or am I just going straight on?
Double-sided tape.
All right, here we go. Let's take a look at non-gaming stuff, which we still have a plethora of. You guys are doing great. Keep sending it to me at tom@dicetower.com. If your stuff doesn't make it in, well, you didn't put it up on Kickstarter anyway. But let's take a look. Here we go. Things could be worse.
I love this guy.
Oh my god.
I know.
I need to meet him.
I'm putting like every project he does up.
I
really
know.
like
Great,
these.
it's great.
So he just makes nice dishware that
love
looks
him.
like if you had Aunt Agatha over, she wouldn't even think twice about it. She'd probably eat off this and
good.
never notice. But your niece, who came with her, she'll look at it and be like, "This is awesome."
Oh my
then Aunt
gosh.
Agatha will be offended and leave.
Best part is his video
Win-win.
at the end always ends with him leaning over to hit stop on the video.
Yeah.
That's a good. That's just how genuine can you get?
Oh, that's so fantastic.
So great.
You don't want that one, though, right? The little Santa one.
I just wish I could zoom in more to see what's going on in there.
I'm surprised there's not a bigger zoom in on these.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot to unpack
I like
in
the
there.
Yeti though that's running in the background.
Yeah, well,
I don't know. I
this seems like the
stuff.
least chaotic of the ones he's like. There's not as much chaos depicted.
Right.
I mean, out of the ones he's done, you know, like his water bottles were really good.
All right, next. Shape or trace. Go from sketch to vector. Ooh, we all like vector here. Guess
We
we make
do.
T-shirts.
Roger. Yeah,
I think
backed
this
it.
looks really cool.
I don't understand the tech behind it like that. I thought you could take any picture into a vector, but I guess there's lots more to it than I
You're
knew.
all about this.
I'm all about this. Yeah, I backed it. So I like that. This is such a big process because I've done this kind of stuff. I mean, I've done like my son draws something and I import that picture and then I go through and have to do a tracing tool over it and then go and look at like the dot matrix of that to smooth out the corners and that kind of stuff, because if I send it to a laser printer or send it to a Silhouette or Cricut cutting machine, vinyl, something like that,
I like
it does
the-
every little jagged edge, and so you have to smooth it out. So something like this.
Why are we doing all this?
What? Because I wanted it.
No. I don't mean that. I meant you said like you took your son's picture. Yeah.
Because then I would
To
take.
do what with it?
So
What's the end result?
So one time he drew a picture and I let him, and I could then cut that out on heat transfer vinyl and customize the lunchbox for him. One time I did.
Oh, okay.
I took his handwriting. He drew a picture in a handwriting, and I cut it out of again heat transfer vinyl and did like a shirt for Father's
Feel
Day
like
or
a bad
something like
parent
that.
right now.
I am too. I'm like, I put it on the fridge.
And then when they don't notice, I throw it away for the new one to come out.
So I really like this idea that you can take these exact shapes that you need and you can use the smoothing tool and pull it into that vector image specifically. It just cuts out so many
Vector?
steps of a process. You can already do this. It seems like it's going to simplify it. It is tech, which is so like
It's not going away.
nervous. It makes me so nervous, you know, but like gosh,
you back
just
tech.
Huh?
Oh, yes, good. Mark this day down. Well, let us know. Here's the
I'm,
thing.
like, super
I think this
nervous.
is really cool looking. I don't think I have the wherewithal to do anything that, like, if you gave this to me, I'd be like, well, that's great, but I don't have the skills to use this.
No, I agree.
I like the look of it. I think it's really cool. I often, like, I remember when I was working on the, playing cards, trying to design and come up with ideas for the playing cards when we made those with Bicycle. Something like this, I feel, would have helped me a little bit to just, even though I'm not a graphic designer or anything, this could have helped me see kind of what I wanted. You know?
Right, yeah.
I could have maybe done the pips or whatever, done the indexes, and used this to actually put it on a card for him and look at it. Yeah, I think it's cool. It looks neat. And I like that they do show you a lot of different applications
Right.
in the video. Obviously, you need other stuff. Like, you capture it, and then you need a laser cutter, or you need
That's what I'm
whatever,
saying. This is just something to be used with all that other
Yeah,
stuff.
somebody is already doing these things, and
Glowforge
this
or
is
whatever,
this is a quicker, Glowforge, something like that. This is a quicker means to an end.
I want a Dice Tower brand.
Ouch.
What are you going to do with it?
We can get Dice Tower cows?
No.
Too brilliant.
For the second question, no. The first question, we'll talk.
Nah.
All right.
Kickstarter goal.
Let my people go.
Jim Henson's Labyrinth graphic novel collection.
Man.
I thought this was really cool too. I
Really?
was wondering if this is like a something. Again, my son is not a big reader, but he loves graphic novels, and is this just another world that he can dive into and enjoy? That then one day watch a movie on. And I understand it's
never
dated
shown
and that
my
kind of
kids
stuff.
Labyrinth.
But see, I haven't
I've never
showed him
seen
either.
Labyrinth. Is that the one with the puppets? Like the Muppets and stuff?
Yes, there are puppets in it,
Puppets.
yes.
Okay.
David Bowie is occasionally in it also.
And what's her name?
Catherine Zeta-Jones?
No. What?
No, what is wrong with you? You're just making up names?
What is her name? I can't remember now. I can't remember.
Well,
I
we-
like her as
well,
an
we
actress. This was like her
clearly
first
don't
movie
know.
ever.
Oh, yeah. This does fascinate me as far
Somebody
as
in the comments will tell me. I'm assuming her name.
Jennifer Connelly.
Jennifer Connelly.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
I don't know.
From Hulk.
Get out.
Hulk?
From Hulk.
She was in Hulk, wasn't she? Okay.
She was in the Ang Lee Hulk. Yeah, the one we don't talk about.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Jennifer Connelly.
I think that's like my least
You
favorite
like that
Marvel
Alita
movie ever.
Battle Angel movie? She's in that.
It's animated.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's
Which
not the
one?
one I've seen then.
What, the Hulk? Hulk was
Hold
animated.
on, stop. Everything stop. I just told her she's in that Alita Battle Angel
not
you
what I've
like,
seen.
and she goes, "It's animated."
No,
Like,
it's not.
Oh,
no.
that's not the one I've seen then.
Oh, you gotta watch it. It's really good. There's dogs in it.
Alita Battle. Wait, no. What are you talking about? I am so confused.
Alita Battle Angel, there's a scene with dogs in the middle.
Oh, I thought you were going back to the Hulk with the dogs. There's those terrible dogs.
There are
in it.
dogs in the Hulk.
Yeah, there is. No, I like Alita Battle Angel.
You haven't seen it, then you think you've seen it.
I've seen the one.
You had
Hold on,
a
where's my
dream
phone?
about it.
No, where's my? Oh,
Do you want your computer?
yeah.
All right.
Oh, sick bird.
Kitchen idea, KODY 29, your personal robot sous chef.
I hate this.
Why?
You hate
How does
KODY?
this offend you?
I just hate this idea that it does everything. It can chop, and it can boil, and it can deep fry, and it can. I'm
No,
like,
no, but here's the thing.
it's going to do none of those things good.
The more I
Well.
read this, the more of a
No.
letdown it was. Because I
No.
thought you put the ingredients in and it came out of pie. I was like, we're finally there.
Jetsons, yeah, come on.
Dun, 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 dun. Just throw anything in there. Doesn't even have to be edible.
I was so disappointed.
I do agree that multi-tools usually don't work well, but they could.
No, I don't know.
No, this is.
That
dumb.
looked pretty on your counter, though.
It looks weird. It looks like it's gonna come alive and talk to me. You
It
know
also
what I mean?
looks tiny.
It looks like
if
a
you
snail.
look at the actual
Like one
like
of those
cooking
fans.
little bowl from it there, that's tiny.
That's true because the whole thing has a lot of heft, but
Right.
the one part you throw stuff into is pretty small.
Yep.
People are backing this, though.
Those three people.
Yeah.
No, look.
No,
it's-
I know. That's.
$180. They're spending a good chunk of money
yeah,
on it.
they are.
So I thought I missed
Yeah.
something on it. Yeah.
Right there in that color, it looks like a recycling trash can.
I backed this next one that we can stick in Roy's vehicle.
Let's go.
This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Portable freezer for a Tesla
is
sub.
pretty
Almost
cool.
makes me want a Tesla.
It makes me want a fridge.
I agree.
Guess what? You could get one.
Yeah, this looks
Yeah.
cool.
I
Now,
like
I don't
this
know
a
what
lot.
model Roy has. Roy, what's your model? A 3? Is that one of the ones featured here? You're getting it, right?
You need
Cool.
it.
How much is it? $2.99? This is kind of
50%
cool.
off.
It looks neat. It seems like they made something that I like that. I like the idea of a company making something specifically for
Yeah.
these 3 models of Tesla. That's it. They're not going, this is a fridge you can put in anything. Put it on the back of a bicycle.
Right.
Put it in your truck. You
I had to
know,
look
Yes,
up
it seems specific.
what a
Yeah.
sub trunk was like. I guess that's like a little smuggler's
sub-trunk
area.
goes below the trunk.
Okay.
I already answered this question. For
I,
you.
I just so everybody knew that but me. All right.
I know what
You knew it. I already told you the
suffixes mean.
answer.
That's fine. I was looking forward to this too.
Well, let me ask you this, Roy. If this was free, no, I'm serious. Would you put this in your car?
Sure.
And would you store some of Tom's drinks in it?
I might say I have to find a new place to hide Christmas presents during Christmas. But
Yeah, that's why I'll be like, I need a drink. I'll be right back. I go out to the car.
No, but I mean,
Cassie and Keith, Roy.
especially in Florida, because I've gone on like road trips and gotten, chocolates or something like that. And by the time you get back home, they're all
That's
melted.
true. This is an ice
It's
cream.
like,
Even better. This would make you a great. If someone had a Tesla and was like an Uber or DoorDash, and I'm not being silly here.
Yeah.
You have like you'd be like, it gets there. It's cold.
That
Well, I
would be
mean,
good.
Depending on where you order
Right.
from. Like I'm the
Not
ice
being a
cream.
selling
I'm the ice
point,
cream
no.
Uber guy.
I'm the ice cream
I'm not
Uber
kidding though.
guy.
It's like a thing you could do.
Tom's putting takeout Chinese in there.
No, but let's say you're one of those the people who deliver groceries. What's that called? What the
I don't
cart?
know.
Shopper or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Instacart.
Instacart. You could
Instacart,
put
yeah.
cold stuff in there.
I mean, this isn't big enough for like a grocery trip, right? But
that's true.
But if you are, but same thing, I mean, if you do your own grocery shopping, and don't use Instacart, and you go and get meat or something like that to be able to keep it in there so it's
It is
cold
cool.
all the way home, I like that. Or your ice
Just
cream
for a
won't
trip.
melt.
I mean, just right
Yeah.
there for a trip. If you're going on a road trip or you're going camping,
Yep, camping would be
having
good.
a little fridge built into your car, are you kidding me? That's about as close to the future as we get right now.
Yeah.
That is. That's.
I like this a
No, the
lot.
future is the thing that makes your food for you that he talked about.
I'm telling you, he's right.
Yeah, no.
That's the
Yeah,
future.
That doesn't
car driving itself is
exist,
not the
though.
future.
All right,
Yeah, almost did.
The fridge is.
let's continue looking at cool projects with Trailbrush.
This
the
right here.
toothbrush.
I told the cross section is so small of people that camp and brush their teeth.
Wow.
Just kidding.
Wow.
Just kidding. Totally kidding.
Also, is that guy putting his toothbrush bristles down on the ground?
I know.
That
How
he
gross
is.
that?
Also his
That he
spoon,
is.
by the way. I just love the fact that he's like, I invented a specific... See, this is something that's also really specific, like that brush head goes on that type of camping spoon.
Which is a very common type
Yeah,
of
it's
camp.
very common,
Yes.
right? That's great. But also, toothbrushes are very common. It's not that much more extra room
It's
to
also...
pack a toothbrush.
It's not, but you will be surprised. It really is a big thing. I mean, the video makes light of it because it has to, but it is a thing on these long, multi-week hiking trips and that kind of stuff. It's your pack is measured like in ounces.
I am never going hiking.
No, I'm not.
Like, I'm not kidding. I will die not going hiking. 'Cause
It is.
everything you say, I'm like, why would you willingly do that?
I will go further and
So
say
much fun.
I will not look at your pictures after you go hiking. I will stay in Roy's car with his refrigerator.
There we go. It has a container around it. Oh,
Yeah,
let's
now
see,
it
though.
does.
Come on now. You can't like put a little tiny toothbrush in your pack.
I mean, what, like brush like this though?
I don't think that's
He
any less
addresses
awkward
that.
than using a spoon on the end of your
It's a
toothbrush.
long stick. I mean, just like a regular.
Walk up to somebody that's doing that. Like, what's happening?
You guys
gosh.
should invent some stuff for backpacking and for
Just combine
hiking.
two things.
Yeah. Or like, how about like an inflatable toothbrush? Are there any of those? I'm serious. Think about that.
I don't think you're
like
serious.
I can close it, brush my teeth, and then I can let the air out.
It's so dumb.
That's
Moving
super
on.
dumb. That's super
I'm
dumb.
telling you right now,
This is
Kickstart.
perfect
Okay.
for you.
This one is making some money, and I get the point of this. So basically, this is something that's going to train you. But I swear, if I saw you in a park with this in your mouth, I would
We're like, yo,
I would assume you had a medical
this isn't
condition.
train. I don't understand this whole like it's gonna train you. You're gonna get trained by this. It's airflow resistance, which is good for your lungs, yes. But also, it does not need this many settings. If you go to a doctor and you have bad lungs, they give you this crappy blue thing with a piston in it, and you suck on that thing, it stops your airflow, and it builds your lung capacity.
Okay, isn't this dangerous though? If you're running and you
running
fell with
with it.
something in your mouth,
If you
it
fall.
goes. Oh my word! I can't. Like we.
Yeah.
Your
Maybe, like,
kids run
take
around
your
with stuff in
teeth-
your mouth, and you're like,
Yeah, like, take your teeth out with them.
So
yeah.
for camping, I'm gonna combine this with scissors.
Yeah. You can buy different sizes of balloons. I mean, there's so many other ways. to
like
do
that
this.
right there. I get it. It just
He's ready to run
it looks
underwater.
so dumb.
It looks a little too big for you to run with it in your mouth.
Right. Also, they make actual like masks for that now.
Sure.
Like athletes
You could
train
break
with
your
masks on and
teeth.
stuff.
If you fell, your teeth.
Yeah.
That just seems super dangerous.
But then you don't have to brush them, so you don't need the toothbrush.
Or the spoon.
You still need to eat, Joey.
I'm sure that this is made for like a good reason. Maybe I'm making more fun of it, but it just looks.
This stuff exists. I don't know. I don't get
That's
this.
so great.
This is
Okay,
weird.
well, you don't get that. Here we go. The smart mask for out-of-body experiences.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, look, that's what I see
I would
when I
rather
have an out-of-body experience, or
Fine.
OBE.
Finally.
OBE. OBE. My favorite part of this is when it's talking about here about the Sorum induction, like that part of the sleep. As she's talking about it, she talks about how like this phase of sleep is associated with what is it? Body paralysis, sleep paralysis. That's what it is. It's like either sleep paralysis or an out-of-body experience. I'm like, that's not a chance I want to take. Like, that's one of those terrifying moments of my life, is that, like, sleep paralysis,
that's
you know?
creepy.
I
Yeah,
hate
yeah,
that. I hate that feeling.
That's great. Tell
I'm
your
like-
doctor, I get paralyzed when I sleep. He's like, or, hear me out.
Or, you know,
You tried
try
this
again.
colorful mask.
Right. Like, oh,
Oh,
so,
This definitely looks homemade.
it
so
really does.
terrible.
Look, now you
All
get
the
to fly.
imagery, too. All the imagery that they keep posting up there, I'm like, I don't know. This looks like, you're handing me a pamphlet
Yeah.
outside of a supermarket that I want to
Yes.
not
Yes.
keep.
But, you know,
Put this mask on. Kids, walk to the car as fast as you can.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
Do not make eye
yeah.
contact.
Wallet.
I also love, like, one of their pledge levels is a book of, like, out-of-body experiences, people just sharing, you know? So I was like, chicken soup for the out-of-the-body experience,
Well,
kind
good
of
news, no one has backed
Reader's
that book yet.
Digest. I know,
Oh,
but
it's
it's like,
ebook. You got
but
print and play
it's
version?
ebook, and it's soon to be, what did it say, soon to be bestseller or soon to be?
Did it say soon to be bestseller?
No,
Oh,
soon
that
to
would
be
be great.
something.
Fantastic.
Soon to be irrelevant.
What
This
is
is soon to become the most famous work
There it is.
on OB's ever rigged.
There
And
it
the
is.
backers,
Soon to be.
zero.
Soon to be.
Success.
Zero.
I love their like, oh, shout out.
I would've backed it.
You can't even get mom to back it? All right.
Going back it, you're on Camilla's computer.
Oh
my gosh.
The next one is very similar. Although this one had 61,000 backing. So you know
Wait,
at night
61,000.
you lay next to your partner and you're both staring at your phones.
Yes.
And that's a bad thing.
That's a bad thing because it
That
keeps
is.
you up with the
You
blue
start
light.
getting you start getting tired, and so you put your phone next to the thing and you go to sleep.
Yes.
No more.
No.
That's for suckers. That's how they did it back last century, okay?
Down here, they're both doing it side by side. That's like a Demolition Man type of thing, you know? It's,
Yes, this definitely looks like the future.
yes.
Look at that, man. Look at it. Look, I
I want to do that with that
Where's the
air,
pictures? Oh, it's in the videos.
that air thing in my mouth.
Like you were saying, Z.
I'll live forever.
know. Close the Tupperware. Here we go. This is gonna be it right here. Look at that.
Oh, geez.
Oh.
Does it come with a seizure
She's a
warning?
savage next to him touching her phone.
Tell us who you spoke to.
Oh,
This looks like a torture device, doesn't it?
yeah.
It does. It's like reprogramming him.
It seems like the
us
next
who
like
you
hour after
saw.
taking this off, you're gonna see like flashes, you know, in your vision.
It's Clockwork Orange, man.
Look at the
It's
price
great.
of it.
The only thing
Clockwork
missing is like hooks in the eyes. Is the only thing's missing.
Shave your eyebrows off.
Oh my goodness.
The price is not. That's expensive. Otherwise, I would have got.
Your brain gym anywhere you want.
Creativity booster.
Like you see it in the background. Yeah, look at this.
Oh, that right there is the creepiest
Yeah.
There's
thing.
sun tanning at the same time, maybe?
Oh, it'd be
Like
great
tanning
if
thing.
it-
You go to the tanning thing, and then one thing's like, then this is for your eyes.
Here you go, hon. And look at this. I love this part where he's like, one for me and one for you. Put it on.
If you had the reverse,
Terrifying, yeah.
you had the reverse
All
tan
right,
lines.
let's get back to
terrible.
games. Picks of the week. Who wants to go first?
Joey.
Oh man, it's rough. I honestly would probably go. I'm going Sword and Sorcery on this, just because I like the dungeon crawl. Again, I'm not big on the Cthulhu whole idea of it, but you know, I do want to try this. I've been wanting to try it for a while, and this is a good jumping in point, I think.
So you can get the base game with this?
I don't know. I still haven't figured it out.
good
And I can't
jumping
ask
in
Camilla.
point.
She's upset. I can't
it's not gonna work
imagine.
out
It's
so well.
$300 for just expansions. Like, I don't know. I want to jump into that, the base game.
Roy, you
what
can
I
put
do.
me on this one as well. This is my pick. It's, I think one, it's a really good campaign that got me interested in the base game, you know, in getting into this world. It's Sword and Sorcery, Shadows and Brimstone. These are just ones that I think are a little, I mean, Legends of Andor, just kind of overwhelming to start because I do feel like they've been around for a little bit, have content, you know, I didn't know where to start. And this campaign got me excited about wanting to jump in and figure it out. So, yeah, this is really exciting.
All right. Z?
I'm going to go with Mordred. I've played it again, so it's like, you know.
What'd you say?
What?
Yeah, I don't know. He's-
What did that come again?
Are you okay?
How do you feel
Hiccup
about
and a
it?
yawn.
I have a light
Exact
that'll
same-
fix that right up. I just shine it on your larynx. Anyway, Mordred, like I said, we played it, so I'm familiar with the game now a little bit, but I enjoyed it. I thought about it more after having played it. It's a game that I thought the experience stayed with me, and with everything that gets unlocked with these campaigns, everything that the game eventually becomes, this is one I would love to mess with a little bit more. So it's a cool game. It's an interesting package.
All right.
What do you got?
Goes.
Mine is Ovation. I really like the
Yeah.
theme.
That's my second one.
You know, the Nestlings looks great, but Ovation is different. Nestlings, there's a lot of nature themes out. And it seems like music games are either really bad or sometimes overly wrought out. There's very few very good ones.
Yeah.
And I like the little piano keyboards or tracks or whatever they are.
I
It's a
think
track
they're just
and a
tracks,
keyboard.
but they look cool, yeah.
Yeah. And also, I'm happy with the time limit on this one.
Yeah.
Nestlings
Yeah,
was
yeah.
close, and Mordred I like that too. But this is it for me. So that is Ovation, and that is it, folks, for another Crowdsurfing. We'll be back tomorrow morning with Board Game Smorgasbord, where we talk about character arcs.
Smorgasbord.
Buffet, fine. Goodness. All right, until next time, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Joey Evans.
I'm Camilla Claiborne.
I'm Z Garcia.
Have fun. I don't know what's up.
Going
Twisting
camping?
your brain into a pile of mushy mush.
Mushy mush.